Not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before participating in this or any other exercise program. If you feel any pain, discomfort, or dizziness, do not continue. The creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liability or loss in connection with the exercise and instruction herein.
Power Yoga, Mind and Body. My name is Adrienne Reed. Our theme for today, twists and spine. So come on up into a seated position. Go ahead and cross your legs, any comfortable cross-legged position. And we're going to start nice and simple. Inhale, just go ahead and lengthen, sit bones to the crown of your head. Let's bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand swings behind. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, go ahead and take a twist and look out over your right shoulder. Keep your breath nice and calm. Let your sit bones be nice and flat. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Let's go one more breath on that side. So start nice and easy today. And then exhale, go ahead and roll back towards center. Let's swap it up. So right hand on the outside of your left knee, left hand comes behind. Once again, lengthen, sit bones to the crown of your head, and then look out over that left shoulder. Shoulder blades are back and down. Sit bones are nice and flat. Let's go two more breaths on that side. Nice and calm, guys. And exhale, go ahead and roll back to center. Let's add a little bit more to that. So left hand to your right knee once again, and let's bring your right arm overhead. So getting nice and long from your right hip to your fingertips, looking upward slightly, and you're falling slightly forward as well. You can use that left hand for leverage. Let's go two more deep breaths there. So lengthening all the way down that right side. And exhale, go ahead and float back to center. Let's swap it up. Same thing on the other side. So right hand to left knee, left arm sweeps overhead. Lengthening from your left hip to your left fingertips, looking upward just slightly so you're opening through your torso as well. Use that right hand for leverage to try and maintain your balance a little bit. Let's go three more deep breaths there. Beautiful, looking good, everybody. Try and extend down with that left hip and extend long with those fingertips. And exhale, come on back to center. When you're ready, go ahead and straighten up your legs. Let's warm up with a nice easy forward fold here, Paschimottanasana. So legs are straight. Make sure your feet are engaged. If you want, you can move that flesh out from underneath your sit bones. Inhale, extend up nice and tall, sit bones to fingertips. And exhale, go ahead and fall forward. Let's get 5 deep breaths in there. Try and relax your torso downward. If you'd like to enhance the stretch a little bit, you can draw your chin toward your big toes, and notice that makes a little difference through your lower back and through your legs. We're going one more deep breath there. Looking good, everybody. And then exhale, draw your torso upward. Let's do that same stretch that we did earlier. We're going to go right hand on the outside of your left knee. So right hand, left knee, and left arm comes overhead. So we're going to look up and take that twist once again. So a little bit more difficult this time, a little harder with balance, a little more work through the legs. Beautiful. Let's go 2 more breaths there. So again, long. Extend those left sit bones downward. Extend nice and long through that hand. And exhale, sweep back to center. Same on the other side. So left hand on the outside of your right knee. Right arm comes overhead. Extend down with your right hip, right sit bones. Get nice and long through your right arm. Look up slightly so you're taking that twist as well as that fold. We're going to go 2 more breaths there. Beautiful, everybody. And exhale, let's roll back towards center. We're going to inhale, sweep your arms up, get nice and tall, sit bones to fingertips, and exhale, go ahead and fall forward there. Let's add a little bit of a twist here. You're going to bring your right hand on the outside of your left foot. So right hand, left foot. I know I'm backwards today. Left hand comes behind. Seeing if you're paying attention, guys. Get nice and long, fingertip to fingertip. Beautiful. So you're falling forward. Don't lose that forward fold while you're here. You're lengthening from hand to hand, and you're looking either upward or toward that back hand. Let's go 2 more breaths there. Nice job. So a nice forward fold, working through your spine, working through your upper body, and working through your legs. Loving that. And exhale, let's go ahead and roll back towards center. Inhale, sweep both arms up, get nice and tall, sit bones to fingertips. Exhale, fall forward. Let's go left hand on the outside of your right foot. Right hand extends behind. Beautiful. And again, don't lose that forward fold while you're there. So you're extending your torso forward, lengthening through your legs, extending fingertip to fingertip. Looking either up toward the ceiling or back towards your back hand. We're going to go 2 more breaths on that side. Looking good, everybody. And exhale, come on back towards center. We're going to come on up to a standing position when you're ready, so stand on up for me, guys. Let's do a little bit of work with chairs. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, just sweep up into a nice chair position. So feet are nice and flat. You're dropping your hips down. You're lengthening sit bones to fingertips. Let's go 2 more breaths there. So establish that foundation pose before we move ahead. Beautiful. Let's start adding some twists into that. Inhale, drop your hands into namaste. So thumbs over your sternum, left elbow on the outside of your right thigh, prayer twist. So drop your elbow to that thigh. I want you to twist your sternum towards your thumb. So you're not only moving your hands, but you're moving your upper body with it. The lower you sink with your hips, the more you're working through your quads. You do what feels good for you. If at any point this is too much, pop your hips up a little bit to release that stretch. When you're ready, let's go a little deeper. Left hand on the outside of your right foot. Right hand floats up toward the ceiling. Lengthen nice and long, lower hand to upper fingertips. Keep those hips sinking downward if you can. Let that sternum open. We're going 2 more breaths there. Beautiful, everybody. Looking good, Erin. Nice and relaxed. Fabulous. Inhale, sweep your hands into that prayer position. And let's same thing on the other side. So right elbow on the outside of your left thigh, prayer twist. Once again, establish your arms and then twist your sternum towards your thumbs. You're looking up at the ceiling past your left elbow. We're going to go 2 more good breaths there. Again, if this is getting too much on your quads, come up a little bit with your hips. Nice job. Let's go right hand on the outside of your left foot. Left hand comes upward. So you're lengthening lower hand to upper fingertips. You're sinking downward with your hips if you can. If not, come up a little bit. Release that stretch. We're going to go 2 more deep breaths there. Beautiful. So enjoying the work through your legs, enjoying that twist. That's fabulous, Curtis. Looking good. And exhale, come on up, release. Shake that out a little bit. Nice job. We're going to add a little bit of a bind in here. So we're going to start with a simple bind, and then we're going to add a little more advanced. So you're going to do the level that feels good for you. So when you're ready, we're going to drop in a chair. I want you to open your feet up 6 to 8 inches apart while you're here. We're going to drop your left hand on the inside, so right between your feet. And your right arm's going to float up toward the ceiling. So establish that twist to start. From there, float your upper hand behind your back and see if you can grab your right wrist with your left hand. So actually grab the other wrist for me. Yes, so if you straighten up that upper arm, so straighten that one, see the difference that makes. It almost acts like a lever and lets you deepen into that twist. We're going to go 2 more breaths there. So you're trying to look up at the ceiling. You're trying to relax your upper shoulder blade and let that float open. Exhale, go ahead and release that. Stand on up, shake that out a little bit. We're doing a lot with quads today too, so let's not forget to shake out in between those poses. Same thing on the other side when you're ready. So we're going to exhale, lower down into a chair position. We're going to drop your right hand on the inside in between your feet. Left hand goes up toward the ceiling. Fabulous. When you're ready, sweep your upper hand behind your back. See if you can grab your left wrist with your right hand. You're trying to straighten your left arm. So go the other way for me, Erin. Try and grab this wrist. See what I'm saying? You're good with your arm position. You're here. No, you're good. There, yes, grab that wrist. So the other wrist for me. 2 more breaths there. Sink down with your hips if you're feeling good. Roll your upper shoulder blade open. And exhale, come on out, release. So do you see what I'm saying? If you grab your upper arm instead of your lower arm, you can straighten up your upper arm, and that enhances your twist a little bit. Let's get a little more advanced from there. This is a hard twist. Don't worry if you can't get it. And if that's really too much for you, drop back to that same first position. So we're going to lower down again into a chair position. This time, left hand goes on the outside of your right foot. Right arm floats upward. We're trying to bind with both legs. Drop your upper hand behind your back and see if you can reach underneath and hold hands with yourself. Phew, that's a hard one. Erin, fabulous. Open up your upper shoulder. Look upward. Let's go 2 more deep breaths there. If not, just get that upper arm behind your back and relax into it. That's exactly it, Lydia. Looking good, Diane. Exhale, come on up, release, shake that out a little bit. Phew, you're all saying, thank goodness you released out of that one quickly. Same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, drop those hips down. Let's go right into chair. We're gonna go right hand on the outside of your left foot. Left hand floats up toward the ceiling. When you're ready, I shouldn't say that because some of you may never be ready. Upper hand floats behind your back. You're trying to reach under your legs. Erin, isn't it harder on the other side? I have the same thing. I can get one side, not the other. Beautiful. So don't be discouraged if you can only do one side, or actually if you didn't make it on the first side, maybe you can get the second side. We're going to go 2 more deep breaths there. Looking good. Nice job. So just let that shoulder float open to get that stretch. And exhale, come on up, release, shake that out a little bit. You know what? Let's float right into pigeon from here. You guys are thinking, thank goodness we get to sit down. So let's go right leg forward, left leg back, pigeon. Kapotasana. You got it. Make sure your hips are square toward the front edge of your mat. Your back leg, back foot is nice and straight. We're going to bring your hands down by your waist. Inhale, look up, take a nice arch back. And then exhale, go ahead and fall forward there. Let's get a couple good breaths here just to warm up. In pigeon, I want you to drop your hands wherever feels comfortable for you. So if you want your hands underneath your forehead, if you want your hands down by your waist, you can drop your arms overhead, whichever feels best. We're going to go 2 more breaths here, just relaxing through. And then let's go ahead and add a couple of twists in here. So when you're ready, draw your torso up slightly. You're going to drop to your left elbow. Left hand is going to go to your right knee, and your right hand is going to swing around behind your lower back. You're trying to put the heel of your hand onto your sacrum, so onto the small of your back. If that feels good for you, stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, see if you can continue reaching around and grab your left big toes with your left hand. If that still feels good for you and you'd like a little more, you can bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. That's the way, Erin. So that enhances that twist a little bit more. We're going to go 2 more breaths there. You're looking up at the ceiling past your right shoulder, relaxing through your upper shoulder blade, opening through that upper arm. Exhale, come on up. Let's just hang in center and pigeon for a couple of breaths. So let your torso fall forward. Relax on through. Again, try and find a comfortable hand position. If you do not feel any stretch through your hips, you can always feel free to draw your torso up. Bring your right heel a little further forward and sink back into it. Let's go same thing on this side, but we're going to add a little bit more of a twist to it. When you're ready, I want you to draw your torso all the way up. We're going to inhale, bring your hands into a prayer position, thumbs over your sternum. Exhale, you can either float right into it or drop your right hand to the mat. Left elbow goes to the outside of your right knee. Right hand comes up into a prayer. Once again, twist your sternum toward your thumbs. So you're not just moving your hands, you're moving your torso with it. This is a little tougher for balance. Relax your upper shoulder blade. We're going 2 more good breaths there. Looking good. So you're looking up at that ceiling past your right elbow. Lydia, I bonked right into you. Sorry, babe. Exhale, go ahead and release. Drop to center. Give me 2 good breaths in Pigeon, just relaxing through. See if you can let your hips just fall downward. And let your upper body completely relax. And exhale, let's go ahead and draw your torso upward. We're gonna tuck your back toes under, straighten up your back leg, and swap up your legs. So let's go right leg behind, and then left leg comes forward, Pigeon on the other side. So your left heel should be toward your right hip. Square your hips toward the front edge of your mat. Back leg, back foot are nice and straight. Hands sweep to your waist. Inhale, look up, take a nice arch back. And exhale, go ahead and fall forward there. Fabulous. Find that nice relaxing position again, wherever you'd like for your hands. So either down by your hips, you can tuck your hands underneath your forehead, or you can extend them forward, whichever feels best for you and allows you to just completely let go and relax in this pose. Looking good, everybody. So it's nice to warm up that hip, glutes, quads, wherever you're feeling that stretch. And when you're ready, you're gonna draw your torso up slightly. Let's get that first twist in. So you're gonna drop to your right elbow, right hand goes to your left knee, left arm swings around behind. You're getting the heel of your hand onto the small of your back, onto your lower back. Relax your upper shoulder blade and look up at the ceiling past your left elbow. If you still feel okay, your left hand can wrap around. See if you can grab your left big toe or left toes with your left hand. And if that still feels okay for you, right elbow can move to the outside of your left knee. That's it, Erin. So relaxing into the stretch. This is a really relaxing pose if you try not to fight against it. So if you let your upper body twist and relax, it's actually easier than if you try and fight and push for it to go there. Exhale, go ahead and release that. Let's hang out in center for a breath or two. And relax in. Once again, let your upper body go there. So find that hand position that feels good for you and just sink it in. Wonderful. Let's get another twist in here. When you're ready, draw your torso up all the way. Hands are going to come into prayer. Once again, you can float right into that prayer twist, or you can drop your left hand down to the mat. Get your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Exactly, Laura, that's it. Prayer twist. So palms come together. Your left elbow extends up toward the ceiling. You're looking up at the ceiling past your left elbow. Relax your upper shoulder and shoulder blade. Looking good, Curtis. See if you can bring this elbow more that way. Yes, so feel the difference through your shoulder. Yeah. Feel the difference here. Oh yeah, that's the way. Fabulous. Exhale, go ahead and release. Hang out in center for a breath or two. Beautiful. I have the best job in the world. I try and figure out ways to break everybody here. Let's go 2 more breaths here. And then after your second breath, go ahead and draw your torso upward. When you guys are ready, tuck your back toes under, straighten up your back leg, and I want you to just come back and we're gonna lay on your back. So why don't you guys bring your head toward the back edge of your mat if you don't mind. So roll over onto your back, heads down toward the back edge of your mat. Go ahead and bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, and just rock side to side gently. Massage your lower back. You may notice if you move your knees in a big circle, it changes the location of that massage. I almost said you may notice. I don't know what that means. When you're ready, let's get some ab work in because we really need it. Tuck your hands behind your lower back, drive your heels up toward the ceiling. To your count of 10, slowly lower your heels all the way down to the mat. So if you're real strong through the core, let that be a nice, slow, calm, relaxed descent. If you're not so strong through the core, maybe move a little bit more quickly and build up that strength before you go for that long, slow descent. Once you get down there, go ahead and release your hands out from underneath. Let's get a twist in here while we're laying down. So when you're ready, we're gonna kick your right heel up toward the ceiling. You're gonna grab the outside of your knee, your shin, your ankle, your foot, whatever you can reach with your left hand, And you're gonna roll your right leg off to the left-hand side. That's beautiful, Diane. Open up your right arm and look out over your right shoulder. That's it. So let that hip come right up off the mat, Lydia. And you wanna roll off to the side. That's exactly it. You're trying to get shoulders and shoulder blades flat on the mat. You're trying to relax through that right leg. Let your left arm be doing all the work to let that right leg fall to the side. Utilize your breath here. Long, full inhales. Notice how your body wants to pop out of that a little bit. And a long, deep exhale where you just let everything relax into and sink into that stretch. Fabulous. Exhale, roll back towards center. On an inhale, drive that heel up toward the ceiling. And on an exhale, slowly lower your heel all the way down. When you're done, your right leg should feel longer than your left. Same thing, other side, beautiful. Left heel kicks up toward the ceiling. Looking good, Lydia. Right hand goes to the outside of your left knee, your left shin, your left ankle, your left foot, whatever you can reach. We're floating that left leg off to the right hand side. Wonderful. Relax through your shoulders. Let your shoulders and shoulder blades float downward. That's exactly it, Lydia. So let that leg relax. Try not to resist in any way. And I've got it for you if you want to let it go. Let's go 2 more deep breaths on that side. And then after your second breath, go ahead and roll back towards center. Drive your heel up toward the ceiling on an inhale, and on an exhale, slowly lower your heel all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. We're going to bend your knees with your feet flat on the mat. And just go for a nice easy twist here. I want you to roll your knees off to the right-hand side and drop your head off to the left. And then swap it up. So knees roll to the left, head rolls to the right. So you're just moving back and forth gently, keeping that movement with your breath. So inhale, knees one direction, head to the other, and exhale, swap it up. And let's do that twice more, just following your breath. You guys looking happy in that one, nice easy one. And then after your second, go ahead and roll back towards center. Go ahead and straighten up your legs. We're going to draw your arms overhead, and I want you to use the strength of your arms and abs, come up to sitting. So Erin and Curtis, you can drop your feet down. There you go, even better. Let's get a couple more twists in here in a seated position. So if you guys want to scoot back so your feet are on the mat, feel free to do that. Let's do a little bit of work here with a Marichi twist. So when you're ready, go ahead and bend your right knee, put your right foot flat on the mat. You got it. Let's go left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Right hand is behind. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, look out over your right shoulder. If you feel like it, let's walk you through a little bit of a bind here. So when you're ready, guys, stop at the level that feels good for you. You're going to straighten up your left arm. Step 1. Step 2, flip your hand over so your thumb is downward and your palm is towards your knee. Step 3, and this is where it gets hard, float that hand on the outside of your left knee. And if you still can, bend that elbow, see if you can reach around and hold hands with yourself so you've got that bind. You're looking out over your right shoulder. Diane says, no way. Stop at the position that feels good for you. We're going to go 2 more breaths here. The bind looks pretty, but this is more about enhancing your twist than it is about looking pretty. So really relax through, roll your shoulders open, keep those sit bones nice and flat. Every inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, go ahead and float back towards center. Let's get that same pose on the other side. So left knee bends. You kind of scoot forward a little bit. Right elbow on the outside of your left knee, left hand comes behind. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, look out over that left shoulder. Let's go for that hand position. When you're ready, you can straighten up your right arm. If that's okay, flip your hand over, palm towards your right knee. If that's still okay, this is where it gets hard. Get that hand to the outside of your knee, and if that's still good for you, see if you can reach around and hold hands with yourself. Very good. Looking good, Erin. Let's get a couple good breaths in there. Again, this is so much about the twist. The bind is beautiful, but keep your focus on twisting. And exhale, go ahead and release that. When you guys are ready, go ahead and lay down flat on your back. Believe it or not, that's it for today. Let's get ready for Savasana. final pose of class is the most important in yoga, called Savasana. This pose is what you've worked the entire class to achieve, an exploration of stillness in action. As you lay on your mat, allow your entire body to come to rest. Let your feet flop open, bring your hands by your sides with your palms upward. Close your eyes. Let your mind and body relax completely. The purpose of this time is to just be. Be still in your heart, still in your body, still in yourself. Try to remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes, finding health and harmony within. Thank you for your time and hard work today. Namaste.
If you'd like to continue to improve your strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, order Power Yoga for Athletes. This hour-long video is for yogis who embrace a more active lifestyle. Call 1-866-629-1591 or visit adrianreed.com. For tips and secrets on Power Yoga, visit WUSF.org and click on the Power Yoga icon. You'll find frequently asked questions and show information from Adrian Reed.